There's magic in your backyard. Go and find it!
We'll head around to all the towns, head away on holiday. South Aussie with Cossi's on sit down. South Aussie with Cosi.
I'm mad passionate on getting you guys to all work less and enjoy life more. And the big thing is, with my travel show, it doesn't have to cost much money. You know, to enjoy life, you can be yabbing in a creek or a river, it costs you next to nothing, or doing what we're doing right now. This is the lookout looking back over Serafino Winery. Why don't you do something romantic with your partner, pack a picnic, grab some takeaway, grab a pizza, find a nice, beautiful spot like this, and just relax and enjoy the environment. Now, sadly, my wife couldn't come on this film shoot, so I'm trying to demonstrate it here using my sound guy, John. I mean, it's probably not as romantic, but you get the gist. You look nice in blue.
Oh, thank you.
Very big show on the way, my friends. We're going to check out the iconic Crown Hotel at Victor Harbour, and while we're there, we'll do a big duck boat tour, and we catch these people having an affair. Not really, they're just rock climbing. First off though, we're off to the lovely St Kilda. One of the best things about having kids is getting them off the computer and being physically active. And Salisbury Council has pumped some serious money into this place. And it's called
St Kilda Playground!
Hooray!
There's categories of playgrounds, and an adventure playground is something that provides a lot of challenge and interest. And this is totally free to the community. It was built in the 1980s, and as you can see, it's got some really interesting features, like we're standing here today in the castle, but you can also see in the background the volcano and also the submarine and the disability play space that we have available as well. We have plenty of car parking, so there's not only the play space where the children can play, from little ones right up to the teenagers. It provides them with a challenge, but also in St Kilda we also have fishing opportunities as well. One of the things that we found out since starting the upgrade of the play space is that the playground actually holds a deep fascination to so many South Australians. Everybody has got a story about when they came here as kids and played on the castle, or they went crabbing, or they went fishing, or actually went down the volcano. And it's because it's the only type in South Australia. There isn't another play space that has a pirate ship that's fairly large, and also a very big castle like this, but also the volcano. You're never too old to come and play. Why don't you set a really great example and bring your kids out here and show them what it was like in their time when they were going outside and playing.
Yep, well said, Nicola. How much does a full day at St Kilda Playground cost? I'll tell you this, it costs absolutely nothing. Not a dime, it's totally free, plus there's loads of free car parking. My favourite thing at the St Kilda Playground's got to be the Flying Fox. This thing rocks, but the thing is, you gotta hang on tight. Check out the last couple of seconds of this lad's ride. Whoa!
One of the problems that we have, I mean, IT is really fantastic and it gives the kids the opportunity to learn heaps, but it means that they're kind of sitting, not doing very much. With St Kilda, they can come down here and they can experience activity and fresh air, and they can also, if they want to, they can hang around in groups and have a little bit of a, time out. Outside activity is really important. It gets them healthy, it gets them active, and it gives them a little bit of a rest from the screen.
As if the St Kilda Playground wasn't good enough, there's actually nowadays a historic tram that actually stops here and you can take a ride on it. Hey, don't you reckon this tram driver looks a little bit like yours truly?
We're very fortunate. The St Kilda Tramway Museum is just located about 800 metres down the road. It's the biggest in the Southern Hemisphere. It has the most amazing collection of South Australian trams, right from the early days until current. And they're an amazing group of volunteers, and the Tramway Museum's open on weekends as well. The City of Salisbury has actually undertaken the master plan of St Kilda because we recognise that the township of St Kilda is really, really important. Our council was really committed to creating a very livable and vibrant city, so it's really concerned about how do we improve this asset. The council's invested nearly $2.55 million in this project so far, and it's because they want to make Salisbury a livable city and make it the very best that it can be, and to actually attract lots of people into Salisbury to showcase what Salisbury has to offer, because there's many hidden jewels.
And just up the road, there's another free activity, a massive wetland called the Watershed Sustainability Centre that you can visit for free. And my old mate Lionel, he's one of the head volunteers.
We're standing on the corner, if you like, between Salisbury Highway, Port Wakefield Road. There's a wetlands in that corner, 57 hectares, and it's been built up over the years in small ways, mainly to prevent flooding from the Salisbury area. And as a result of that, it's turned out into an area where people can come and enjoy walking around looking at bird life. Something like about 160 species through here. And by being able to walk around here, and people perhaps like myself and others can inform them of the good parts of having a wetland.
The wetlands here collect stormwater from the area, and it's this water that is recycled and used on things like school ovals and parklands. That's great news for the environment. I say, good on you, Salisbury.
At the moment, you can actually come and do a self-guided tour. There's informative posters around the park that you can read and get information. We also have a pamphlet which is available. If you organise a guided tour, and there's no cost for the tours, and then we can have a group of people taken around and given as much information as we know of to enable other people to come and see this wonderful wetland.
There's hundreds of activities every year in the Salisbury Council area, and loads of them are free as well, like the annual Family Fun Day as part of the Fringe festivities out here at Salisbury. For more information on what's coming up in the Salisbury area, go to salisbury.sa.gov.au.
South Aussie with Cosi. South Aussie with Cosi.
Rundle Street is probably one of the hippest little spots in Adelaide. It's hip, it's funky, it's cool, it's kind of basically everything I'm not really. And it's a place, before I had kids, we used to come to all of the time. You have the little freeloaders and all of a sudden you're not dining out as much as you used to. But there is a place, this little cafe coffee place that I've heard so much about, and I thought it's about time I checked it out.
We're FLEURIEU Espresso Bar. We absolutely pride ourselves on our location here at Rundle Street. I feel like we have the perfect location, sun's always out shining. Everyone's really spritey, we like to laugh and have a bit of banter with our customers. We're famous for our coffee. We were voted best coffee in Adelaide, and we use FLEURIEU blend from DeBella, which is awesome because it coincides with the shop and it brings everything together for us. One thing that we are really famous for, only in recent times, are our juices. Our most popular juice is our green juice. It's got cucumber, lime, apple, ginger. It's really fresh. The girls that are lean to bar up the road after Pilates, they always come in, have a green juice, a soy chai latte, and they love it. Thank you so much. We've got a really cool menu. We have a real Mediterranean-inspired feel, and then we've got sort of like a new age thing happening too. It kind of blends together, and I think that's why it really works here. We are catering to what people have always loved and what they're starting to get to know, so that's really cool. One of the dishes is called fateh. It's one of our signature dishes. No one else does it in South Australia. It is a Middle Eastern dish with chickpeas, tahini, crusty breadcrumbs. It's beautiful.
They've nailed their coffee, they've nailed their juices, they've nailed their sandwiches. This is an espresso bar in the heart of the city that really has encapsulated everything about the whole vibe of this vibrant city of Adelaide. FLEURIEU, I know it's Italian. I don't know what it stands for. FLEURIEU is Italian for... I guess I'll never know. What's the story of this beer and pizza deal?
Yeah, we just started doing that, bring more boys into the shop, Oh my God.
Metro Holden on Port Road have been driving South Aussie with Cosi since our very first episode, and they've got a $99 service deal for our viewers.
Before you go on holidays, servicing is very important. You'll find that most families seem to just hop in their car and then halfway through their holiday, the vehicle breaks down and it ruins their holiday. So it only takes an hour out of your time to get your car serviced and checked by an expert. At Metro Holden, we've tried to make servicing easier. You can drop your car off, sit in our lounge, and you can have a coffee, have lunch, and also you can watch TV, or if you want to, we've got wireless internet in there as well, so you can do your work as well.
For our viewers, Metro Holden on Port Road are offering a $99 service, which includes oil and filter change. Give them a buzz and book it in. Some conditions do apply, but for $99, you'll get peace of mind knowing that your car's been serviced and your next trip is a whole lot safer.
Everyone thinks that because we're Metro Holden, we only service Holdens, but that's not true. We service all types and makes of vehicles, and early models and late models.
Have you heard of Gary the Goat?
What's he doing in the city?
Oh, we're just going for lunch.
Okay. Who's your goat, yeah?
Oh, I'm his human.
His owner, Jim and Gary, well, they checked out Rundle Mall. Gary the Goat has over 1.5 million Facebook friends.
He's walked into the Toucan Pet Centre.
And his videos often get over 500,000 views.
Let's see how cool this pet food centre is. G'day, you guys got any goat food?
No.
What kind of pet food shop is this?
Oh yeah, and he also loves South Australia.
We'll go eat somewhere else. Gary, not the flowers, mate. Sorry about me goat, mate. Gary, as his bus time's up, you might have to hitch home. Great place to have lunch, hey Gary? Sorry, he's not having lunch, he's doing some council pruning.
If you've got some funny videos of your holidays in South Australia, or in fact anything that you've filmed out in the regions, send it through to me and you could star in the Adelaide Arcade viewers clip. Adelaide Arcade, located right in the heart of the city, and it's got some of the best shops in South Australia.
South Aussie with Cossi. South Aussie with Cossi.
I love it. It's just a hustle and bustle. Yeah, Victor Harbour is definitely the place to be.
South Australians have been holidaying in Victor Harbour since like way back when we first settled in Adelaide, because it's so close to the CBD, it's loaded with wildlife, and it also has one of the most famous pubs in South Australia. If you come to Victor Harbour and you haven't been to the Crown, then you're missing out. So I thought I'd head here and find out what makes this old pub tick.
The Crown's been here since 1864, so that makes it 151 years old. It was actually built for George Messon, which still lives in the building as we speak. He's our local ghost. George is quite comical. You've got to actually say hello to him in the morning. We were going upstairs one day with one of my staff members to just get some stock out. She's got a beautiful beaded necklace that her husband's made for a wire, all the rest of it. We walked into the room where apparently he lives, and the necklace has just literally fallen off of her, beads everywhere. And it was a bit like, oh, that was a little bit unexpected, she said.
I'm a little bit like a broken record when it comes to supporting local business. I love it. So does the Crown. They've even got a local beer on tap.
Certainly do. We've got this bluff beer. It's made locally from a guy called Ray. He's been born and bred in Victor Harbour.
Made right here on the FLEURIEU Peninsula. I love it. That's good. That's very good. You can taste the FLEURIEU.
It's the hub of Victor Harbour, so if you can imagine through the actual busy times, we've just got people from all over the world.
I've bumped into a couple of Riverland folk that have headed here to Victor Harbour. Enjoying it so far?
Yeah, it's been really good.
What have you done?
We went on the cockle train.
Yep.
Up to Kilda.
Nice.
That was a good run.
Beautiful, nice and relaxing.
And how long have you two been married for?
40 years.
40 years?
Yes.
How do you do it?
Hey? Yeah, it was pretty hard.
I think everybody has a story with the Crown somewhere along the lines. Like back in the day, it obviously used to be a big venue for your entertainment. You had your big bands like your Cold Chisel and all that sort of stuff. Those days have changed a little bit. We're now more family friendly with our outdoor area that we've got that seats 156 people, which is kiddie friendly, doggy friendly if you're that way inclined. Our cafe menu is really diverse. We're trying to capture something for everybody. So you've got your deconstructed Caesar, you've got your pizzas, gourmet sandwiches, which are massive. You've also got, you know, your normal pub grub as well, your schnitzels, your fish and chips. We try to use as much local produce as we can. I think we supply everything for everybody, whether you're a family, kids, the elderly. There's something for everyone, and the Crown is really all about a happy place to be.
South Aussie with Cosi. South Aussie with Cosi.
You can't say you're a South Australian unless you've spent a day down at Victor Harbour. What is it, just on an hour from the CBD of Adelaide. And they tell me if you want to see dolphins, whales and seals and amazing cliffs, then the guy behind the wheel, Dan, he is the man. This mob here, the Big Duck Boat Tours, runs between Granite Island and Victor Harbour, and timed perfectly, took us 4 takes, we're ready to go. You want to get off? Well, we've only just got here, so let's just chill a little minute, sweetheart. Daddy's trying to make a TV show.
Alrighty guys, so we're now at Riot Island, this one. This island was named after William Riot, and he was a whaleboat captain here back in the 1800s. And there used to be a whaling station just over on the mainland over there. And it was the site of one of Australia's first whaling stations. And out of here they were hunting southern right whales. So the whalers used to row out from there, they would harpoon the whales and tow them back into the shore. They used to cut off the blubber from the whale, they'd melt it down into oil, and then they'd export the oil back to England. And over there it was used for a fuel for street lights and lamps and heaters and things back in London. But that finished up in about the 1860s, and that's because the whales stopped coming here. The numbers got very low. Luckily in the 1980s the whales came back again. And yeah, now they come back every year. They're doing really well, they're up to about 7,000. So their numbers got down to the hundreds. So yeah, they're doing quite well. The reason they come here though is they love the nice sheltered bays, they like the nice warm water. They come all the way from Antarctica, all the way to southern Australia to yeah, give birth to their calves. We offer sightseeing and wildlife tours in Victor Harbour, which is our south of Adelaide, and we head around the islands and down the coasts, and it's just a great way of being on the water quickly and not taking up your whole day. The tours are fairly short. One's for an hour and a quarter, the other one's for half hour. Half hour goes out to Seal Island, which is out behind Granite Island to look at the seals. The longer one is a bit further down the coast. Also Seal Island, Riot Island, West Island, Waipinga Cliffs, look at seals and dolphins. In the winter time we do whale watching, which is back the other way towards Port Elliot, Middleton, Goolwa. It's just amazing what you can see so close to Victor. So guys, this is called West Island, and these little guys out here are called New Zealand fur seals, and they've got a great spot out here. It's nice and sheltered on this side of the island. These seals have been out hunting most of the evening, and then they love to come back to the rocks and rest during the day, but they love catching crayfish and crabs around the island here. They'll head out a bit further for salmon and squid as well. These guys are quite young, but some of them will grow to about 1.5 meters long, can weigh up to 150 kilos. There's been a few pups born out here lately, and the pups will stay with their mum for about 18 months.
Some of us are handling it a little better than others. Look how calm it is. It is like the calmest day in the world.
There's quite a few broken up boulders just on this side of the island. There's lots of smaller pieces here. They've all been drilled into and blasted. And the stone from this side of the island was used to build Parliament House in Adelaide on North Terrace. So they used to ship the stones back to Victor Harbour, and then steam trains would take them up to the city. And that was happening out here in the early 1900s.
Hey, could this possibly be the best hiding spot in South Australia? Check out these guys. Too bad if you're trying to have an affair or something. Righto, rat bags. How many types of dolphins in the world do you reckon there are?
I'm not sure, 20,000.
20,000? A little bit lower. Anyone want to guess?
100.
100, lower. There's actually 32, and the biggest dolphin of all is called an orca, which is also known as... a killer whale.
They're both over here. They're both over here. Oh, there it is. Oh, look, there's dolphins under there. Come over here, dolphins. I heard seaweed on its fin. Yeah.
How's this? Dan told me the dolphins actually play this game with seaweed. Now, when he was telling me this, I thought he was full of it till I saw it myself. One dolphin hooks seaweed onto its dorsal fin, then it drops it off, and the next dolphin catches it. Check it out. How cool's that? See, he dropped it off. See if someone picks it up. As we headed back into the shore, debate started with the kids about exactly what this horse was towing.
It's a train, that thing. No, it's not a train. Yeah, it's a train with horses on the front. No, it's not a train. It's a train. Yes, it's a train. No, it's not.
Well, that's it for another episode of South Aussie with Cossi. Look, I just wanted to finish right here in Port Adelaide because to whoever made these displays of public art happen, I give you a round of applause. Well done, Port Adelaide. Well done. This is the kind of stuff we need. It makes Adelaide cool and funky. We'll catch you on the road somewhere. Get yourself sorted. Do a great South Australian road trip. You'll be happier for it.
In South Australia we will go, head away, holiday.
South Aussie with Cossi is proudly brought to you by the South Australian Tourism Commission.
South Aussie with Cossi.
I like possums.